Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Weatherboys podcast. I am Derek Kevra. That is Alan Longstreet, and together we make up the Weatherboys. Hey, buddy.
Hey, man.
What was the need for the pen right at the very last second?
Oh, just write notes.
Oh, okay.
Just to have notes. That's all.
Well, preparation's important.
Yes.
Maybe don't wait until I say we're recording to start asking for
No,
the
I know.
materials.
I prepared. It's just there was one thing, and it doesn't matter. We'll figure it out later.
Day's going good?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. It's great.
Usually when someone, conversations generally work this way. One person engages, the other person builds upon that, and then that's how, especially when it comes to a format where this is, people are listening.
But and I have to listen to you. Yeah. No, everything's good, man. It's great. It's a great day. We just had the, workplace safety modules we had to do, and it's, that's all. I don't know how much we want to divulge about, what goes on at the old Fox 2 compound.
Well, yeah, you've said enough.
So that's enough. I thought that was it. So that was censoring myself.
I did do, this is very classically me, but this has been bothering me for a long time. And I finally addressed a situation. I got myself a new watch battery in between the show and the podcast.
That's the story you wanted to go with.
I feel good about this.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me feel more comfortable knowing that my watch is working again.
When's the last time you did that?
I feel like it's way too frequent. I'm going to be honest. Let me rant for a second about these watch batteries.
Please.
And I love a watch.
Please.
You will not see me go Apple Watch.
Okay.
He says right now, 6 months later, I may change my mind.
Sure.
For the record.
Uh-huh.
But as much as I love an old school classic watch, I do feel like these batteries, it is 2025. These things should be lasting like 5 years. They last 12 to 18 months if you're lucky.
Sure. Yeah, that's not enough. And how do you get that battery out of there?
You can't. You got to go to a professional.
Oh, you really do?
Yeah, this is
yeah.
so
I know. I was
boring.
trying to go with you though.
I know. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything else going good?
Yeah. No, it's good. It's great. Are you kidding me? I'm all is well. This is usually the time when you make up stories. I have nothing. My brain is constantly telling me what I shouldn't say right now.
Really?
About our early workplace modules. So I'm drawing 100% of a blank.
Well, we can say this.
Yeah.
Alan attended the module. He got credit for being present at the module for the first 7 minutes, and then he ducked out because he had to go on the news.
Yeah, and I was really bummed, too, because there are two entrances to the place, and one didn't have a door, and one had a door, and I chose the door exit, which was stupid.
Oh,
so
God.
It was loud,
dude,
clanks,
the
everybody knows.
The boss turned around and looked at you.
I'm sure he did. I know that he did. It was very loud, because you want to show up, and you want to make noise when you arrive, and you want to walk out. It's the Irish goodbye is what they call that.
Yeah, this was a longer one. It was like an hour and 15 minutes. It did take up a chunk of time.
It took a long time. Yeah. I did a lot of work while you were in there.
Let's see. I got the in-laws coming into town.
Yeah.
They arrive tomorrow.
Sure.
And they get to stay in the new basement.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a beautiful basement.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic basement.
They're one of the first long-term visitors that get to stay and experience.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Your in-laws are coming for a long time?
For a week.
How do you feel about that?
I love my in-laws.
Yeah, no, for sure. Are you excited though?
We're recording this, so my answer is I love my in-laws.
You love your in-laws, right? What do you love about them most?
They're a lot of fun.
Sure.
I'll say this. They're the type of people that come into town and they like to do stuff. So it does require some planning. We try to figure out what we're going to do. This time of the year, it's easy. It's like a pumpkin patch and cider mill and et cetera. But they like going out. If they are sitting at home, they get a little antsy.
That's good. They take the kids, right? You don't like them anyways, and then you're good to go. So that's a nice thing.
Yeah. Yes, they do great with the kids. They're very good. It is nice because when you have people stay with you, grandma and grandpa, for a period of time, you get a week off of bedtimes.
They put the kids to bed?
The kids insist.
They really? Oh, wow. That's so nice. That really is. No sarcasm. That's a beautiful thing.
It's just a few days off from bedtime stories and the whole rigmarole of bedtime where they're stretching it and trying to get an extra 10 minutes here. So that is very nice. For that alone, it's wonderful.
Yeah, some would call that glittery magic.
Some would.
Some would call that.
Maybe our guest today would call that.
Some would call our guest glittery magic, Derek Kevra. Others might refer to her by her actual name. She's married to a man you very well may know of, but she's not defined, Derek, by some guy.
No.
Though admittedly he's real great. She started out as a baby in Montana, I think. Then she began taking pictures, finding great success in the world of photography. And now, everybody, she is the co-founder of Live Well, Lead Well. She is a functional movement specialist and a brain health trainer and a real great person. Ladies and gentlemen, Melissa Coulier.
Melissa, hello.
I'm expecting after that,
we're gonna fix that in post.
Yeah,
that was so nice.
We have trumpets.
Thanks for
we
having
have
me.
all kind. We have a
Where's the glitter? I'm like, we
need it to explode. We'll fix it all.
It's not our office. This is Jay's space. He gets mad. We did glitter before. Derek did, and he got really mad at us.
Like a glitter popper.
Yeah. Melissa, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
We're very excited to have you here.
Can I real quick? Did I say the last name right?
Coulier.
Yeah, that's what I would. Okay, because every time I see it in a pronouncer when we read it on the news, I'm like, have I been saying it wrong the whole time? No, I haven't.
The L is not silent. That's the big one, right? It's not Coulier.
So exactly. The easiest way is cool. Yay.
Coulier. Yeah, that's great. It's fantastic.
Melissa, I hesitate. I struggle with this because you are your own person. And you are you are an incredible person.
Wait, hold on though. Hold on. How can we be sure? Are you?
Are you?
So I guess what I'm getting at here is so you're married to Dave Coulier.
Also correct.
Yes, these are all facts. We're simply stating facts here. From Full House. So a lot of people in the area, of course, know Dave. He is a super popular Michigan presence, and we will get into him. But that's not where we're going to start. We want to start with you because you have the most incredible story. And I think it is something that is gaining momentum, gaining steam, and it is all natural. You fill in the blank.
Glittery magic is what we call that.
I love that. We're changing holistic wellness to glittery magic.
Yeah.
Holistic wellness.
And to be clear, I stole that from another podcast you were on with your friend. That's what I wanted the pen for.
Oh.
I was trying to look up the podcast that I listened to with one of your friends.
That'd be good old Kim Moffitt.
Dude, she is so funny. That was a delight. She worked on Fuller House, I believe. You two were a friggin' hoot. Derek, you think you and I are funny? No way. These two are just something else.
Get me my own show.
Yeah,
You're
seriously.
really building me up today.
We're going to be pitching you to Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, just a show about you. The details you'll have to fill in. We're just going to be like, we know this woman. Her name is Melissa Coulier, and she's going to be perfect for.
Who do you think writes Dave's jokes?
Right.
I mean, let's be honest.
For sure. Obviously,
There's a ghostwriter there. Yeah.
So holistic medicine, how did you get into this world?
So I got into holistic wellness through my now business partner, Melanie Samuels, who also worked on the show Fuller House. So she worked in production at the time. She was getting into holistic nutrition. She became a nutritionist. Her and I became fast friends through meeting through Dave. I kind of told her about the struggles I was having with my own health. In my early 20s, I was diagnosed with lupus. And lupus is an autoimmune disease. So your healthy cells attack itself, right? So I had a lot of inflammation in my body, chronic pain, face rashes, mouth ulcers. I was having my joints extracted with fluid a few times a year. And it was just something that I had lived with, medicating, never really like finding the root cause of everything. So I was explaining to her just how bad things had gotten. I was kind of at a breaking point of really pushing my body into the ground through just ignoring the symptoms and masking them completely. And in a really competitive field in photography, living in LA. So she was like, hey, I'm leaving production and doing this path of holistic wellness and nutrition. Would you be my first client? So I became her first client, and within 3 years, I was off all medication, and my pain I had completely put lupus into remission, and I was blown away. I just never ever thought I was going to be living in a body that was pain-free. And I still have flare-ups every now and then, and when super stressful times come into my life, and then I handle it at that point. But for the most part, it's completely gone. And so I had this huge, just revelation of, I cannot believe this is my life. I was living in an 80-year-old body when I was in my 20s, and now I can move freely again. And I was like, I need to help other women and people learn how they can take control of their own health.
When you say chronic pain, what does that mean? I mean, I feel like if you don't have it, you don't get it.
Yeah. So for me, it was this like intense needling pain in my joints. So I would have to have like Dave massage my elbows and knees in order for me to get up in the morning. Like
every
it was
day.
Just this intense pain every day. And it would heighten with different things. Like stress was a trigger. Certain foods were triggers. Certain lifestyles, like late nights, lack of sleep, all these things that I never really put all the pieces together. And then once I became my own investigator of my own body and figuring out what the triggers were, then everything kind of came into like this like narrow scope of like an aha moment.
Now, and this has been the case your entire life. I mean, like when you were 6, 7, 8, 12.
Yeah, so I was diagnosed with lupus when I was in my early 20s, but I always had migraines from an early age and joint pain from an early age. I was a cheerleader in high school, raced motocross in high school, and I had to stop my senior year doing both those things just because the pain got so intense. So
okay, so you did deal with it. You've dealt with it forever, but I'm guessing when you were a kid, you just didn't know, or maybe you thought, oh, this is normal. This is what kids do, is we play hard and then we're sore the next day. You didn't really understand that. No, this is a chronic thing that needs to be treated as such. You just lived your life.
Yeah, and during like my adolescence, it wasn't even that bad because we ate pretty well. Like, we ate our protein came from what my dad hunted that season, right? For food. I mean, we grew up, I was born and raised in Montana. You can imagine that's, our food was canned and hunted. So it didn't really happen, like the intense pain started happening later in life when I started adding in my own things to my routine of like, oh, I got my first job. Now I'm going to eat McDonald's every day for lunch because I'm going to go off campus, right? Or going into college, then it was like fully on my own and you live off ramen noodles, right? Like high sodium, fast, cheap stuff.
So what did that look like when you met Melissa or Melanie? Sorry, Melanie, and then you guys like kind of went at it together to figure it out. But obviously, it's your body. I remember I heard you say that you took out all food and then you added it in kind of one by one to see what triggered this or didn't.
Yeah.
So like you were your own detective. You were your own doctor. You have to do this yourself.
Yeah, I mean, she was alongside with me saying, here, like seed oils are going to, inflame your body, or gluten is an inflammatory. Nightshades were inflammatory for my body personally. And so we kind of did an elimination and then added food back in. And then she helped me find ways to fuel my body without me feeling restricted. So like, hey, what's your favorite foods? Well, let's change the ingredients of those favorite foods so that you don't feel deprived or like you lost something, right? It's just a way of changing it a little bit.
It is. So my wife is very into this kind of stuff too. Funny enough, her name is Melissa and her mom's name is her mom's name is Melanie. So this is a funny connection to me. But she's very into this combination of like Eastern medicine and Western medicine. So she voluntarily goes gluten-free because she just says, I feel better if I don't do gluten. And she says, I feel inflammation when I do. And it's these certain things, and she's very into like the supplements that she takes. And she goes to a doctor who does more of these nutritional supplement medicines. And there's kind of a stigma, I think, around that. Like, it's just because it's not what we're used to. Like, where you go to your primary care physician and they'll do blood work.
Sure,
and
that's
tell you what to do.
Nonsense. There's no scientific backing to that, Derek.
Right. And even I joked, like, oh, you're going to go see your witch doctor today? which terrible.
I'll bet that went over well. Right.
Joke.
Sure.
But she started learning. She's like, no, like, there is a nice marriage. Like, the blood tests are good. It can tell you certain things. But you have to advocate for yourself even to get these more thorough tests, which then she could take to her nutritionist and say, this is what it's showing. What do I do here? And she found out that she had gut-related issues.
Yeah.
And so she has now transformed her diet, no red meat, no gluten, little to no alcohol. This is all kind of what you guys do.
Yeah, I think there's this like all or nothing mentality with everyone's either like all in on one team or the other. And it's really a yes and scenario, right? Like you have to take your bio-individual approach to your health. That's why no fad diet is going to work for everyone. That's why it's a multi-billion-dollar company, or fad, right?
Yeah,
like
industry,
it's this
sure.
industry. So that's really the approach of what's working for you, your lifestyle. Everybody's relationships are different, their lifestyle is different, their mindset's different, and all of those factors play a key component into how we're eating, what we're eating, and all of those things.
At the height of when you were feeling the worst with lupus, how many medications were you on?
8.
And were you taking medications because you had taken a different medication? I guess what I'm saying is, did you start medicating the medication?
Yes.
Okay.
So 3 were for lupus specifically, and the rest were for the side effects of the medications.
And that seems crazy.
It's crazy.
I mean, so
it's ludicrous now when you say it out loud.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. And now, how many medications are you taking today?
0.
How about that?
And that was all. That was all from the food-based approach. I mean, was it simple to say that it was the food that was causing most of the problems?
Yeah. So once I got a handle on the food, then it was mindset. So like breathing before I eat so that my body's in a parasympathetic state so that I can actually digest the food properly.
Wait a minute, that sounds woo-woo. That's a real thing?
That's
Breathing,
a real thing.
like fixing your breath before you eat has a biological effect on what you're doing?
I'm totally in. I'm in. I love it.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it sounds like all the stuff, if you're not familiar with it, it sounds like what I don't even understand that connection, right?
So let's say that you both you meet for lunch. One of you had to just sit through your an hour and a half of
sure.
Of our training, sure. Yeah.
The other came from a massage, right? You sit down to lunch and you have the exact same meal. And one of you is very stressed out. There's all these different things running through your head. The other's in this like very zen state of mind.
That's Alan, by the way.
Yeah.
Sure. It's always just chill.
Just chill, man.
Then you both are going to digest that meal much differently from one another because of the way that your mindset is.
So let's start with the food.
Yeah.
So what types of food do you eat that are good that you encourage clients and people to eat?
Yeah. So this is tricky. What works for me might not work for you.
Agreed.
So I like to say that up front because I don't want anyone to ever look at what I'm eating and think, oh, I'm going to be able to be pain-free. I'm going to be able to, have exactly what you have. And it's going to transform you because it might not, right? That's where the detective aspect comes in. We're just listening to your body, learning how to be that advocate for yourself. But for me, I feel best when I have 0 refined sugar. That was like a big migraine trigger. I had migraine since I was really young. And so now I do no refined sugar. The only sugar I have is like a natural source. So I still cook with sugar. I make desserts, but it's like honey, pure honey or pure maple syrup, dates, or coconut sugar.
Dates are real good. I did a sugar cleanse once for a week.
People are in on dates right now.
Dates are tasty, man. If you're not eating all that sugar stuff, which I do I'm a fiend. I eat sugar. He brought me chocolate donuts yesterday. All the time.
I'm trying to fatten him up because he's in too good a shape. It's hard to be his partner when he looks like that. You know what I mean? Like it's not fair.
But
sometimes.
it is funny when you don't I think I've done maybe 2 sugar cleanses for a week or something in my life. Not much, but like natural food starts to taste so different. And the sugar stuff tastes kind of icky, and then you get used to it, and you're like, all right, it's actually kind of good. But it's not. Strange. Yeah. We're weird.
True.
I'm trying to search for this phrase that I remember hearing where it's eat. It's like the general rule. To simplify it as simple as it is, it's like eat less sugar, more raw, and salad, or something like that.
Oh, that's catchy. Put that on a bumper sticker.
I'm trying to find it.
Whoa, let's call the holistic lobby, and let's really.
But is a lot of it raw foods? Is that an important part of it?
My system does better on cooked foods, actually.
Okay.
So, but it's a matter of eating a very colorful plate of real food, right? A very simple rule is staying away from bagged food, processed food.
Mm-hmm.
Another, some of my other triggers are gluten. I immediately feel it in my joints. I get intense pain from gluten. And then seed oils, same thing. alcohol is one of those triggers. So it's like, choose wisely.
Sure. From our current vantage point, this sounds all like happy and glowy, and I called you glittery magic. It seems easy. Was it hard for you, that transition, or was it easy because you were in such pain? Or like, what was that journey like in the beginning?
Yeah. I mean, it was both, right?
Sure.
So yes, like it was very difficult in the short term because you mourn your life of like eating whatever you want, drinking whatever you want. Like, and I think also like when you cut back and start to choose different things, it depends on also the people around you and your circle, if they're making similar choices or not, or if they're resisting your choices. And that part was hard.
Yes, because culturally we are, Thursday after work, we're going to the bar and we're going to get some beers. And then what do we have at the bar? Bar food, chicken wings and French fries. All of that stuff is not on your list.
Right.
So did you find it difficult to cut that out of your life? Not just the food or the drinks, but the
social aspect was so hard.
Yeah.
That was probably the most difficult part. And then, but once you're feeling better in your body, there's nothing better than that. Your life becomes so much like, it just enhances everything else about your life in all these different areas too. So.
Now, if we can morph into a little bit of Dave's story, because he very publicly has dealt with cancer recently.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. Wait, Derek. Wait. When?
Oh my god!
Did I? Was I not supposed to say that? Was that? Did you not know, Melissa? No, I'm just kidding. But you did incorporate some of this lifestyle into his recovery, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And how'd that go?
Well, we wanted to make sure that his body was as strong as possible with a resilient foundation in order to get through it, right? And in order to do that, you had to make sure that he was eating well in order to get through it. And certain foods, add to the cancer cells, like cancer cells feed off sugar, all of those things. And that was an interesting thing too, because in your scans for you, they see where the cancer's most active based on the sugar levels. So you still have to keep natural sugars.
Interesting. Why?
Too.
You gave me a little smirk when you started talking about that. Is that like something? Is that like controversial?
A little.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why?
Because cancer cells feed off glucose.
Okay. That's the controversial part, or no?
No, just like in general, like some people say that you should let individuals who are going through chemotherapy eat whatever they want.
I understand.
And I'm against that. But
that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. Yeah. You're the guest on the podcast, not them. So that's okay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. And then there's certain things that, like raw foods, for example, can have bacteria that may be harmful to a patient during chemotherapy when their white cell count's so low. So there's just, cooking a lot and making sure that you're...
My uncle went through cancer treatment, and we had a guest on the show here at Fox 2 where they did soups that were all geared towards patients that were going through treatment, giving them the nutrients they need, keeping out the stuff that they don't want. And I bought him a bunch of them, and he said they were awesome. And he's doing great now. I'm not saying that it's related, but it helped him during the process, which is really what this is all about.
Sure.
And I do think when you're making your food at home from scratch anyway, there's a different kind of component to it, right? You're making it with love from a different headspace and you're able to really control what you're putting in there. And you never know what's in a kitchen, right?
Yeah, that's
behind
true.
the scenes.
Can we talk more about Dave?
Yeah.
About your guys' relationship?
Well, I'm going to kick you. Can I? Because the thing I've been dying to ask. No, you're not. I just have a better question. I've been dying to know this. And I think if my numbers are wrong, then my question is poo-poo, and then you can go back to it, Derek. Okay. But I believe that I heard you talk about when you met Dave, you were in your 20s, low 20s?
Low.
Is that right?
20s,
low 20s. And at this point, Dave had a son. Yeah. Is this right?
Correct.
And he was 14?
Correct.
So you were in your low 20s, and you go into a maternal figure with a teenage boy.
Correct.
That seems terrifying to me. That seems petrifying.
I tell everybody, I said, raising a teenager in your 20s is birth control.
Right. Yeah. No, that seems absolutely wild. Was that easy? What can you tell me about that? How many times did you scream? Did you never? Or maybe you were like the cool person and it was easy for you.
No, I mean, you're right. And you preteen almost.
Yeah, I have a 10-year-old daughter and I have a girlfriend and we're melding that together. Yeah. And so far,
your
she's
story's not that different.
So we're right? Yeah. Me and Dave, same levels of fame, I think, pretty much, basically.
You're basically looking in a mirror.
Right. Yeah. So far, she's the cool one. But like, I'm sure strife will come at times.
Yeah, I mean, you always get, it's no matter what, I think if you're a step parent out there, you know that that's a tough role to step in, no matter if you get along with someone or not. Like Luke and I, our son, we got along really well in the beginning, and we still have a great relationship now. But that doesn't mean that negates the teenage years and dealing with, ex-wife and the real mom.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely.
Anytime that he's disagreeing with me.
Oh, for sure.
I've heard, you're not my real mom.
Oh, yeah.
100 times.
Anytime I say to my kids, I want to go to mom's house. I'm like, your mom wouldn't give you that. You shut up.
Yeah, my wife comes from a divorced family, and that there's all those stories because they both got remarried. Yeah. And so it's like, how much do I insert myself? How much do I just let Dave handle it? It's talk to your dad.
Yeah. I think, though, my mom just gave me the best advice when I got into it, because none of my friends were in that stage of even having kids, let alone becoming step parents. So I had nobody to talk to about it. And my mom said, look, you're stepping into this relationship where there's already a kid. I want you to know the kid comes first and you come second. And that was kind of like the best headspace that I could approach the whole thing, because then every situation always became about okay, how can we make this the best for Luke? Can we all parties who may not be getting along in that moment sit together at a baseball game or a football game so that he only has to look at one space in the bleachers, that kind of thing, right?
Sure.
And making sure that we never talked poorly about the other parent in front of him, never pinning him
ever
up against.
Ever, never, because we never do that at all, whether or not the kid's around. Who would ever do that?
No. Certainly not.
Sorry, carry on. Carry on.
Melissa. So did you guys meet was it Montana that you met?
Yes.
Okay, so how'd that happen? Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, Alan has it.
No,
you want to tell her story for her?
Can I? Yeah, because I have a slogan for it. Please. It's like all love, big sky, always. No, it's the best story in the world.
I'm going to find it.
No, it's the best story in the world. I'm going to shut up. I was just like, oh my gosh, here it is, because I've heard it twice. That's all. I was fangirling about the story.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I'll keep this one real short so we can get on to other things. We met in Montana. He was on a boys' trip. The first place that they came to was the restaurant I was working in at the time. My parents were there. We hung out for a week straight, and then, I thought that was it. I was like, oh, that was a fun
goodbye
moment.
To Uncle Joey, yeah.
I honestly thought, I was like, oh, I've met the love of my life. I've never had this experience before. We never exchanged phone numbers because he was going through this bad breakup. His friends brought him to Montana for this guy's trip.
Okay.
And so I asked his buddy, I was like, can I get his phone number? And he's like, no, if he didn't give it to you, he doesn't want you to have it. And I was like, wow. Good.
Alan does the same, yeah.
Solid friend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
B, what?
Yeah. Hey.
And
crazy. Not all week.
Right. So he called me a week later because he got my number from his friend. And
that friend was just trying to keep your number for himself, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, wait a minute. This seems like a double standard here, sir.
So he, Dave was like, can't stop thinking about you. I think we should try to, make this work. And kind of gave me the backstory on why he didn't want to make it work. But, and then 20 years later, here we are. So guess it worked.
So Montana, LA, spent some time in LA because you were a photographer and and you were doing that for what down in LA? What were you doing it for?
So I did editorial advertising and commercial photography.
Okay. How many years were you down in LA?
17.
Wait, you were in LA for 17 years?
Yeah, 16. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. My timeline is not.
What did you know about her life?
Well, because you've been in Michigan.
Research.
Well, I listened to the podcast. I didn't look at your social security number and backtrack.
He
everything.
tried to though.
Although
He's been really trying to. That's what I'm saying. As we walked in, where do you live? On what corner?
Well,
and when are you home? And when are you not?
How long have you guys been back in Michigan for?
Just under 5 years.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Okay. And Dave has always had ties to Michigan. So did you ever think that you kind of knew you maybe?
The most ties. He was, born here. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they didn't film Full House here.
No.
Yeah. That was out in California.
Sure.
Yeah. So Dave was born in St. Clair Shores, Michigan. Left at 18. Went to LA. Had a place here, though, as well, for the majority of his time. And just decided one day, woke up and was like, you know what? I'm going to live out my little boy dream. I'm going to buy a piece of property on the lake and we're going to build a house. And I was like, are we going to do that?
Sure. I'm
like, Michigan? Huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it wasn't on your radar. It's like, that's a place that I'm going to end up.
So how,
No.
You can be honest. When initially were you like, friggin' Michigan, you trash, I'm not coming there. Like, how did you feel initially about it? When did you come to love it in the way that you do now?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so initially I was like a skeptic, right?
Sure.
I was building a career and LA's got great weather and we had a very big group of friends and a nice network of community. And then I've always loved Michigan and Detroit. We, would visit regularly throughout the time that we were together. So his whole family lives here. So I've always loved it. But to move here, I was like, what am I going to do?
Yeah. Now we talked about your wellness a lot. About we focused on food. You mentioned mindset. I feel like a lot of it is mindset. You're a brain health trainer. You guys have the what is it? It's the Recess Club now. Derek, did you see the Recess Club? You're going to love this.
I looked up the Recess Club. I did my research.
I feel like this is what you're about.
It's the best. Yeah, this is the best thing in the world.
I had to do it.
Do you mind if we take it? Can we take it?
Yeah.
You cool with it?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Listen, let's build another chapter. Let's go.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the Recess Club for boys.
Yeah.
So tell us about the Recess Club.
So the Recess Club all stemmed from this idea. My friend Kate and I were on a walk and we were just reflecting on how women tend to have to pay in order to have community, to go to a wellness event or to a workout class, and how we get away from the actual meaning of how beneficial movement and community is. Mm-hmm. We put this price tag on it and we make it this big thing. So I just was like, let's just do a walking club, meet up in nature, have a little reset for, and bring recess back into the mix.
Yeah, like that branding, because no matter what you call it, it's a fantastic thing. Yeah. But I'm sorry, but that name is fantastic. Because if you came in here and you're like, I got a walking club, I'd be like, shut up. I'm going to go walk around the building. Recess Club sounds so good. Was that you? How did that happen? How did that moment? This is the glittery magic we talked about.
Yeah, so that was, it's something that Mel and I actually have a big part of in our seminars that we do, is about reclaiming recess, right? Adults need mental breaks. They need to move their body just as much as children do. We know we carve out recess for kids while they're going to school.
Sure.
But then all of a sudden we're like, oh, adults don't need that, even though they're twice as burnt out. The mental load is even more, and you do need that physical release, as well as like sitting down for lunch, right?
Sure.
Sit down for lunch and then go move your body. Like, bring back recess into this, like, into our culture, regardless of age.
Yeah, because as adults, we go to a job for 8 hours a day. We sit at a desk, we stare at a screen, and we're hunched over. Our bodies
are
are
all like this.
Yeah, it's terrible posture. My wife the other day was like, "Do you
sitting like that? What's wrong with you two?"
I was sitting like that at home the other day, and Melissa was like, "Are you?" Yeah, she's like, "Do you sit like that all the time?" But moving your body is so important, and science has proven that being out in nature does something different to our brains than being in the concrete jungle. Nature helps.
Do you know what we actually want to do to make this about me and us real quick for our podcast? We want to do game. We wanted to have the interview, not sitting down in these chairs. We want to have it while we're playing well, you might not like the beer pong part of it, but water pong with water cups.
Sure, outside.
Some sort of game
in the woods.
Outside in the woods.
Basketball.
We have a basketball hoop in the weather office.
Do you want to come play with us afterwards?
Yeah, we have a basketball hoop. Just some sort of movement. I always feel better when I'm moving. That's why you can see me doing this with my limbs all the time. For those listening, I move them a lot.
Well, that's why we really encourage like walking meetings because there's a lot of truth to that. So when you are in motion, you have oxygen going to your brain. You are able to stay calmer during heightened moments. Let's say you have a really tough conversation that you want to make. You see, that's why people like pace back and forth, right? When they're like nervous about something or there's like conflict of some sort.
Totally.
So walk and talk is one of the most productive things you can do. And you're able to have more constructive conversation when you're in motion.
What about sleep?
Sleep is
Do you do it?
undervalued.
Have you slept?
Love sleeping.
Cool.
Yes.
Why is there such a push in culture right now not to sleep? Because I see all the time on Instagram, I see The Rock, and he does hashtag team no sleep, like he's always grinding. And but it really culturally, like that is the thing, is like you're always working, you're always grinding, you got your side hustle and then your other side hustle and you're always boom, 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 boom. And there's this idea that like, oh yeah, those CEOs, Elon Musk only sleeps 4 hours a day and look how cool he is. But that's terrible for us.
Wait, who said he's cool?
Derek did.
Wait.
Yeah, no.
Derek did.
Take the name out.
Yeah, Derek.
Totally kidding. No, anyone who's getting only 4 hours of sleep is not cool. Okay.
So sleep is that important though? Because you would know.
Sleep is a huge, sleep hygiene and sleep is so important and so valuable to how productive we are. How, like, if you're getting, I would love women to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep because their hormones need it specifically to be regulated throughout the day. However, if we can get 6 to 8, amazing. More is better, but it's only going to make you more productive because you know how you are in lack of sleep.
Oh yeah,
you're like zombie mode.
Yep.
No one's functioning on a high level.
It's true. Crankier.
Then it's just malnourishment in a different way.
Sure. Okay.
What about those viral things that people do where they put tape on their mouth and belly? But is that real? Or is that just a social media thing? What do we think?
What about this shake weight? Do you like that? I think we were just asking her opinion on random things.
These are actual videos that are going around social media right now.
Do you like duct tape? Just a general question.
Duct tape.
Yeah.
Melissa, don't let him sidetrack you.
What?
You've seen that online.
Yes.
I know you have. Is
Okay,
that a real thing?
Okay. Yes, it can be a real thing.
I'm sorry. I didn't listen because I was talking. Taping the mouth or the nose? I'm sorry. I'm being serious now.
Yeah.
The mouth.
Taping the mouth so you breathe
and
through your
the
nose.
belly button
Yeah.
I've seen.
Okay, so that's the castor oil on the belly button is supposed to like lower the inflammation. Castor oil in general, like yes, can help with that. At what cost? I don't know. I don't subscribe to the whole
I'm picturing Derek putting castor oil on his belly button.
and then covering it up.
might.
And then,
I mean, I might try it and I will report back.
I don't subscribe to the whole over the top night routine because I also think that they're taking really simple things and making huge profit from it. I think that there's a way to stay healthy and without adding this enormous cost to a healthy night routine. The mouth tape is interesting because yes, it can help for some people. Those individuals who have dry mouth breathers and drooling, I don't know what's going on. Well,
Chewing really loud.
You're pointing at each other.
Chewing, yeah.
I'm raising my hand.
Okay.
I find that I have dry mouth and I breathe through my mouth at night. I'm trying.
We all find that he does.
So if you're focusing on breathing techniques where you're using your nose throughout the day can also help with that because then you're going to train yourself to breathe through your nose.
Because your nose is a human filtration system.
Yes.
Yeah, whereas our mouths aren't. Okay, so as with most things online, there's some truth to it, and then there's some falseness.
And then it can go extreme, right? Like anything. And honestly, if you're spending an hour taping up your entire body and then an hour untaping your body, that's 2 hours of time that now I'm sorry, what are we doing here?
You just made Alan picture me taping my body for an hour.
After that castor oil on the belly button, he's like, just a little bit more. Just put a little more on there.
Talk to us about the coloring book, the book that you guys just came out with.
Yeah, so Emma the Mighty Leader is all about teaching young people about how to care for their body in order to become better leaders. So it's when you feel tired, honoring that tired and resting, how to nourish your body well, the movement, moving your body in order to have more energy, taking a moment to breathe when you get maybe a little bit riled up, or, I think we all know that kids can have tantrums at times, whatever. Yeah. And so taking those little breaths, and this really teaches kids how to do these things by themselves, and it's just promotion of taking care of yourself in order to take care of others and to help your friends do the same.
You got to fill your cup first, Derek.
Yeah. Well, okay. I love that message. That's a message that my wife and I do try to push. My daughter, I wonder sometimes if she picks up some of the energy from my wife, because my wife has the gut issues. Mm-hmm. And there was a period of time just a couple of years ago, my daughter's 9, so I think she was 6 or 7 at the time, where she was saying that her stomach hurt every day. And we decided to listen. Mm-hmm. And so we said, hey, we trust you. Mm-hmm. You need to listen to your body. And our job as parents is to listen to you. And if you think that there's something that you want to get checked out, let's go to the doctor. Mm-hmm. And so we went to the doctor. And as we're in the doctor, it was funny because the doctor kept looking at us and was saying, so what's wrong with her? Mm-hmm. And we said, well, she's right here. She can tell you. Mm-hmm. And so she said, my tummy's been hurting. And the doctor was like, well, can you tell us more? But we wanted everyone to take it seriously because we wanted to tell her, you are the only one that can listen to your body. Yeah. You're the only one, and you advocate for yourself. And guess what? We're here to support you. And I think that's just an important message for kids, this is a wonderful message for them to read in this book.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, you have to learn how to be your own advocate from an early age. I love that you did that with your daughter.
Yeah. I mean, we took it all the way, and the doctor said, well, we could do blood work. Mm-hmm. And we asked her, do you want to do blood work? And she said, I do. And so which by the way, heartbreaking to see a 6-year-old get but
she believed it enough that she wanted to stick that needle. That's terrifying for those kids.
Yeah, but she still talks about it to this day, that she did it and that she stood up for herself, and mom and dad supported her through that, which if we can teach them that young, could you imagine if you had, if that was a message that you had learned when you were young, maybe you would have gotten some relief from lupus earlier.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely went to a lot of doctors and, trying to advocate for yourself. But there's also the point of, certain people gaslighting and doing that sort of thing, which I think is not so prevalent anymore, which is so nice.
And by the way, I didn't mean to imply that your parents didn't.
My parents
listen.
As I said it, I was like, wait a minute. No, if Derek was your father, if Derek would have adopted you many years ago,
this is going
this would have never happened.
Yeah. So
Cindy, Glenn,
can we get them on right now? Actually, Derek could probably have a slogan.
Let's get them in real quick.
Some kind of really good slogan.
Cindy, Glenn, I'm so sorry. I did not mean that how it came out.
No, you're amazing parents. You really advocated for me my whole life. Don't listen to this guy.
That guy. Oh wait, can you give Derek their address too? Where do they live?
I will show up. I will show up and apologize. I will.
He actually will. He's actually not going to get sleep. He's not going to get sleep about.
She likes yellow roses, so just.
Cindy, you got 2 dozen. 2 dozen.
2 dozen.
3 dozen.
Probably every week. They're actually going to come to the house every week
until I can atone for this.
Yeah, there is no atonement. Did you ever see yourself doing this work, like when you were like little girl Melissa? Did you? I mean, you wanted to be a photographer.
Yeah, that's all. I was so laser focused on photography. That's all I've ever wanted to do.
Was it an abrupt shift to that?
It was an awakening when I actually became pain free in my body. I was like, more people have to know about this, and it just became this purpose I never had before.
You had to share the gospel, right? I mean, it changed your life.
It changed my life. Yeah.
Sure.
You believe in manifesting.
Yeah.
The best kind though, by the way, because we know people, manifestors, and I feel like there are different kinds of manifesting.
True.
And there's plenty of woo-woo manifesting that's all nonsense, and there's some practical manifesting.
So tell us about your manifesting.
I believe in manifestation with action.
What does that mean?
That means having a goal, manifesting exactly what you want, and then writing out the steps and how to get there. And actively doing that every day.
So it is creating, a vision board of a thing, and then, but not just looking at it every day and hoping the universe will bring it to you. It's actually taking the steps yourself to make that thing happen.
Correct. Yeah. So even okay, let's say I want to become. How about you? What's your biggest goal and dream? What do you want to manifest?
Well, he's already the best dad in the world, so it's not that.
Yeah,
he's already got that down.
The best friend.
The best friend.
I would like to have better friends in my life. I'll tell you that.
Okay, great.
Is Dave busy? Can I be friends with Dave? Because I'm looking for a new best friend. My current one is not nice enough to me anymore. Okay, so let's say this.
We'll put you on the wait list.
Okay, so say I want a Weatherboys TV show.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're already making those steps every day. So if you had nothing and you wanted that, you would write out, okay, this is what I want. What's the step to get there? Do a podcast, do the local weather, do a blog, go and have a YouTube page and station that is leading up to these things, right? And then it's a matter of sending, I always say your network is everything. So who you know is your the gold at the end of the rainbow. So networking in the places and meeting the people that you know are going to get you there.
And that's how you do it.
That's it.
And that's how you, what did you call it? Practical manifestation? Is that what we called it?
I mean, you can, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm going to, that's my phrase now.
That's your phrase. Yep.
And we're going to use it in the TV show.
Great. That's wonderful.
All right. Melissa, we have to no, we don't?
No.
Okay.
Do we? I have one more thing I would like to discuss with you.
All right, go ahead. Go.
Yeah.
Can we? I'm not asking you, Derek. I'm asking her.
Alan, go.
Boating in Michigan is such an interesting thing. I have just learned about the life of a boater, and we're talking Lake St. Clair, inland lakes, they're cool too. You do boating a little different. Boats, a lot of folks, they go out there.
Do you boat on land? What do you do?
I feel
she boats through
Am I going to be canceled?
No, you're not going to be canceled. No, because you love all the
if you
boating.
have to ask, I think yes.
I think actually, yeah.
The boating culture is going to cancel me.
No, what do you do? You take I've never heard you put your bikes in a boat and you go to an island?
Yeah, so we're we were talking about the boating culture.
Sure.
And I think that so Dave and I have a boat. We like to go on the water. We like to boat. So we are boating on water, not land.
No.
For you, Derek.
That was very funny, Derek.
But
nice job.
But good question.
Yes, I think I got it. Yes, I think I'm following along here. I'm keeping up.
But we're more of adventure boaters is what I want to say.
Sure.
We have a bike rack on the top of our boat. So we take our bicycles.
Oh, and you bike on the water?
Harson's Island.
Oh.
And then we bike around and go to lunch, and it's more of a little active boating.
Yes.
Or if we boat to go for a swim, or we boat to go to dinner, there's an end goal.
I love
it. Boat, sit.
Look,
consume.
I'm going to tell you,
right.
I love boating. I'm learning to love boating, but the worst thing about being on someone else's boat is I feel trapped.
So trapped.
I feel trapped. I feel antsy.
100%.
I got to go with you wherever you're going. And thank you, by the way. Also, I'm not ungrateful, but I just don't know when the kidnapping's going to be done.
And he does not chip in for gas.
No, that gas is so expensive. I ain't chipping in anything. Give me an oar and a paddle. Sure, that's fine.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Jeez.
The feeling stuck. There's nothing worse than being invited out with no agenda, no time frame.
Nothing.
I'm but is it going to be 5 p.m.? Do you have to get back for your
kids?
They
have no idea.
Dogs?
Is it going to be 5 p.m. Tuesday? It's 5 p.m. tomorrow sometimes.
Exactly.
For the record, there's a very big island where people do often take their bicycles to. It's called Mackinac Island.
We've done that.
Yeah.
So it's not weird at all. There's that, it's a huge destination island. You guys are not strange. Wait, you boated all the way up?
Yeah, it took 4 days.
Get out. Can you imagine the gas?
Okay, fine. If you want.
No.
She's out. She just left. Derek ruined it.
Cut it out.
Oh.
Been waiting
how does that feel? Because that was fun for me, actually. That gave me a chuckle. Does that make you want to strangle him, or is that cutesy for you?
The first time I've ever heard that.
Yeah, is that a thing? You should trademark that.
Oh, Lord.
That was
dumb.
No, that was good.
I wish I could go back in time.
Yeah.
I'm going to change. I would like to change my manifestation answer to I want to go back in time to before I did that.
Oh, yeah, time travel.
How do we do that?
Oh, yeah, how do we manifest time traveling?
Right.
This is practical manifestation. Yeah.
Melissa, thank you so much for being here. We know we know you're busy. Thank you for making some time for us. Thanks for coming on and for telling people.
Sure.
Tell people how they can find out more information about you and what you do.
If you want to join the Recess Club, it's melissacoulier.com. If you want to learn more about holistic wellness or find our book, that's at livewellleadwell.us. And you can find me on Instagram at Melissa Coulier.
We didn't even talk about Florence, Italy, and now I'm really regretful.
Yeah.
Next time, will you come back?
Sure.
Will you give us a little bit more time? I promise I won't make any dumb jokes this time
Are
around.
you kicking me out? You can't ask.
He always does this thing in the podcast. He's very good at the podcast, but he's also very serious. I'm like, where do you have to go? Like, he says these things as if there's a producer behind us telling us to do something. I have nowhere to go.
Well, we do know he's got to go order a few dozen
roses.
Florence, Italy. So you went there. You studied there.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
That's it. Yeah, I studied photography. So
not a whole lot of photography to take though in Florence, Italy.
Yeah,
It's such an ugly place.
It was really rough. Yeah, probably the worst place to live.
Sure.
Yeah.
How many pictures did you take of the Duomo?
Oh, too many probably. And this was, it wasn't digital then, so I was shooting on slides and film.
Oh, you were the real deal.
Digital didn't exist.
Right.
yet.
No, I know, but I'm saying now anybody can pick up a phone and take a picture.
Yeah. So I lived there for just a semester, and it was amazing. It was life-changing. It was kind of that first pivotal moment of, I don't have to go back to Montana to be a wedding or a portrait photographer for senior portraits. It was like eye-opening to there's so many other possibilities of, shooting commercial, shooting advertising, billboards, fashion. There's just like a whole other level of exposure. When I went there too, I'm from Montana.
Yeah.
I thought Patagonia was probably like the biggest name brand.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm walking around, I'm like, what's Gucci? What's Armani? Why does everything cost like $7,000 for a t-shirt?
Sure.
What's going on?
Did you find the food was less tough on the body there? Like the gluten is just kind of different, the pasta is different, or?
Well, during that time I was eating whatever I wanted, right? I was in college. But when I went back to Italy a few years ago, I was still able to eat the pasta there and everything because it's not processed at high temperatures the way that it is here, right? Mm-hmm. It's just more pure.
Yeah. My wife, when we travel, she's like, the bread's just different. She said the bread and the pasta in Europe is different. Mm-hmm. Doesn't do the same thing to her. So, okay. That's good. Good to know.
There we are.
Okay. Now can I wrap it up? Yeah. Am I going to get yelled at again? Or are we good?
Wait, Kenny? Okay, I guess.
All right. Live well, lead well. livewellleadwell.com.
Yeah.
There we go.
No. livewellleadwell.us.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what you said.
That's what I said. livewellleadwell.us. melissacoulier.com. That is correct.
There we go.
Awesome.
Look at that. What a guy.
And that is what research will get you. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for listening to the Weatherboys podcast. Of course, you can find all of our content on YouTube, Spotify, and the Fox Local app, which has given us our very own Weatherboys section for all the content and everything that you see on air. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.